Hi everyone, I'm Ray, and today I'm filming my wrap-up for the books I read for Bout of Books, and I posted that TBR last week, so I'm just gonna tell you what I got finished. And I'm about one book short with like what I wanted to read, but the first thing I read was Batman: The Long Halloween. Sorry, I can't put that in there. By Jeff Loeb and Tim Sal. I never know how to pronounce authors. And I really liked this. I don't know if I would say this is my favorite style of art for graphic novels. I mean, it's not as modern as I usually prefer when I'm reading a comic or a graphic novel, but I still liked it. I did think that the story did get a little bit confusing at times. I mean, there was a lot going on and so many different characters that I would get, their names mixed up. But overall, I did enjoy it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. And after I read that, I read We Should All Be Feminists, which is actually a TED Talk that I have not gotten around to watching. I keep meaning to, but things have been crazy lately and I have just forgotten. But I will try to watch that soon. And I think I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. I thought it was a really quick read. I mean, I finished it in about, I don't know, I want to say less than an hour. It's tiny. And the only reason I didn't give it 5 stars was because, I don't know, I would say that the author's life, she lives in Nigeria mostly, and I live in the US, and I just thought a lot of her experiences, I found hard to relate to. I mean, as a woman living in the US compared to Nigeria, which is obviously going to be, a different culture and everything. But I thought that she made a lot of good points. Ooh, there's some cars honking. And I thought, she has a great voice, and she just made her points really well, and it was really good. So yeah, that was 4 to 5 stars. And after that, I read The History of Love by Nicole Krauss, and I think I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I was debating for a while whether or not to give it, 4 or 5 stars, because I really rarely give 5-star reviews, even if, it was excellent. I usually give it 4 stars, just because for a book to get 5 stars for me, it has to be just, incredible. And I did end up giving it 5 stars just because I thought the ending was just so beautiful, and I don't really cry much when I read books, but I actually found myself getting a bit teary at the end, and I just thought the story was just really beautiful and sweet, and I liked how all of the characters were intertwined because of this book, which was called The History of Love. So I thought that was interesting that, the title of the book and the book that kind of intertwined all of the characters' lives was called The History of Love. And it was really beautiful, so I did actually give it 5 stars, but I don't know. I'm such a picky rater that I probably would have given it like 4.5 stars, because I've read books that have moved me a lot more than this, but I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for something moving and about writers and books and, just people just trying to find their way and find some happiness in their lives. Then yeah, you should definitely check this one out. I would recommend it. Alright, and after I read that, I read Batman Hush I had a very big Batman week, obviously, and as I was saying before, you know, I'm a bit picky with the style of art I enjoy in comic books, and this was definitely like more my preference. It was much more modern looking, and I mean, I'm on my iPhone so you can't really see it that well. I mean, it seemed like every character in the DC universe was in here. I mean, you just saw Superman, you've got Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Lois Lane, at least, I think Robin, Nightwing, all of Batman's villains. It was a pretty crazy story, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 to 5 stars. I don't know if I said that. And I didn't give it 5 stars just because, I don't know, I don't like how the female characters were written that much. I mean, maybe I was just being a bit picky, but I had just read We Should All Be Feminists, so I was really aware of just how Catwoman, or Selena Kyle, and I guess Talia al Ghul, as Batman's former love interest, were portrayed in this. And I know that comics have come a long way in, you know, how they write their female characters. And I'm not sure when this one was written, but I'm gonna cut it some slack, because I think it's, I don't know, maybe like 10 years old or something like that. But yeah, the story was great. It's a good mystery, and the artwork is beautiful, and I really loved how Batman was portrayed in this. Usually, you know, again, I'm so picky, like, sometimes I don't always love how Batman is written, but I think the writer did an excellent job in kind of, you know, describing what his mindset is and just how he thinks like a detective, and it was really well done, and I would recommend it. You know, I enjoyed it, so 4 to 5 stars to that one. And the only book, or sorry, 2 books that I didn't get to, I don't have one of them with me because I DNF'd it, and that was The Paris Wife. I'm not sure where I put my copy. I mean, I don't know if you can see my cardboard boxes. I'm kind of moving everything right now. But I got like 50 to 75 pages in, and I just was not liking it at all. I mean, I don't even want to get into it. I just did not like it. And I think I mentioned in my previous video that I kind of suspected that it wasn't gonna be the sort of thing I liked, and so maybe I went in a little bit prejudiced against it, but I was just like, oh no, I don't like it. So I put it down, and I did not pick up anything to substitute for it. I was looking for another book, but I just haven't had the time. And then the book I did not get around to reading was Medea by Euripides, and I mean, I might try to read it today just so I can kind of knock all of these books off my TBR, because it's a small one, so I think I can do that after I run my errands and everything. But yeah, so I'm kind of not disappointed because I did like better than I thought I was gonna do. And then the last thing I want to mention is that I've been reading Middlemarch as well. And I kind of would always read Middlemarch before I read anything else, just because this is a bit of a challenging read, and I wanted to stay on top of my Middlemarch Madness readathon that's going on. I didn't want to fall behind. So I'm not. I am where I'm supposed to be. So I guess this was part of the challenge because I was pretty focused on reading this as well during the week and not falling behind, and I didn't, so I'm happy about that. And I think, yeah, that's about it for my Bout of Books readathon, or read-along, I never know the word for that. If you participated, you know, please let me know and tell me what you read. And if you've read any of these books or these graphic novels, you know, tell me what you thought about them, what you rated them, that sort of thing. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.